Hi everyone, welcome back to Imperfectly Perfect Girl, and this is part 3.2 Workplace Behaviors, just continuing from the last video 3.1 Jobs and Salaries. In this video, I like to explore or talk about 3 workplace behaviors, something I've experienced and real world examples. So I'll start with something I've observed after coming back or after shifting base from Mumbai to Sydney and getting a job. And this is my real life experience is staff shortages or employee shortages. There have been many instances when someone is on sick, someone is on annual leave, and then you actually feel there should be another person in their place, another person to help out the team. And this is common across the jobs I've held here. Though I felt this in Mumbai, but I see this happening here more often. There could be multiple reasons, whether it's cost cutting, whether it's management expectations and guidelines. I can talk from an employee's perspective, not the employer's perspective. So this is just my experience, and I'd just like to share with you all the same. The next would be bias. So this would be from a team lead or a manager towards their teammates, towards the people they're looking after. And this could be to one or multiple people. This is something that I have faced personally, so this is just my opinion. It could be you all haven't faced it or never heard of it. It's just that when the team lead or manager thinks that you're not good for the role or less good enough, doesn't consider you as a part of the team from day one, or even if they consider you, he or she is definitely not happy with your progress. In spite of staff shortages, you're trying to make your best, do your best, and give it all to the role. But they don't just see it happening, they just point your mistakes and it just carries forward from there. It goes to a point where you really can't take it anymore. You're doing your best, you're trying hard, but the negative feedback keeps coming. So this was not the reason that I quit or resigned my last job. I had a medical emergency, but this could be the reason. It really affects you. Your mental health goes for a toss, and not sure, staying in this kind of role definitely is detrimental to the mental health. The third point would be one of the topics which is highly debatable, and I've seen also in a lot of videos people talking, and that would be PIP, so Performance Improvement Plan. So this is when an organization places an individual in such kind of a plan when they notice the performance is not up to the mark, doesn't meet the targets, and they just want the person to improve. Wasn't that the goal? Wasn't the plan? What would be the meaning of PIP? But no, isn't. It's argued that the organization or the management would ask the manager team lead to select one of the employees who doesn't do well or whose performance is not that good, and just put them in such kind of plan to get rid of that person. That's what I've heard. I haven't experienced it myself, but there are real world examples I would like to share. One is of a dear colleague who was working in this organization when she was struggling with the manager, faced bias, was doing her best, but the manager was not happy, and that's when her manager gave her this PIP to sign, and it didn't go well. She tried her best. Her manager tried to have discussions, but she just felt worse and worse. Each meeting was just going downhill. And she was like, really, she couldn't do it, and she just resigned and looked for a new job, and she is doing her best at the new job. She's just going really well, crashing all her numbers and doing so well. So it had got nothing to do with her performance specifically. It could be training issues, gaps, but yeah, she's just doing too well in the role. This is just a different kind of experience. There was another experience, a real life experience, and this was my husband's colleague where he received this PIP plan. Again, obviously sad, unhappy, not expecting this to come through. And he worked with the manager, worked with the team, and he really excelled. He did very well. He was able to turn those numbers, the bad review, the feedback into a really good position, and he definitely excelled and moved further into the role. Not everyone can do this. These are just examples. People who obviously would not have their names disclosed, but have shared it with us. And I just would like to share with the world. I'm still thinking about these two different situations. What are your thoughts on these? Has anyone faced this? What do they feel? I don't feel great about both, though there are different outcomes. What are your thoughts on bias in the organization, the team, at your workplace, and staff shortages? Let me know in the comment section. Please like, comment, and share this video to your family and friends. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you. Bye.